How do you see that? Is Israel exploiting the ostensible power vacuum here in order to make territorial or geopolitical gains?
I mean, without a doubt. The question is, how long is it going to stay that way, right? So I want to be clear, and I don't want to mince words either. This is an invasion, right? They're going further into the Golan Heights. It is illegal. The United Nations has already come out and condemned the actions of Israel. Secondarily, they're attacking from the air and basically destroying every military apparatus of the Syrian state. But the question is, what is the impact of all this beyond Israel's strategic means of securing itself? If the goal of the international community is to have a successful Syria, this is quite destabilizing, right? They're almost setting up these rebels, whatever you want to call them, they're almost setting them up for failure.
How so?
Their focus is supposed to now be consolidating state apparatuses, consolidating their own power, trying to hopefully unify the Syrian people. But at the same time, when you have a foreign aggressor bombing, incurring into more territory, it's destabilizing. The question is, were there agreements made beforehand to basically allow some of this to occur?
Agreements between potentially, like you're saying, HTS?
Look, I can just say this. As an American diplomat who previously worked on counterterrorism, I am absolutely stunned at the transformation of someone like Julani, who previously had a $10 million bounty on his head, who was previously arrested by U.S. forces in Iraq and was in prisons, including Abu Ghraib, right? He's a designated terrorist, but at this point, his rebranding has been extraordinary.
Bassem, when we think about Israel's interests beyond securing their own sort of state, which is their argument, right? We're doing this for our own safety. It's a war on terrorism abroad, et cetera. What other concerns should we have about their kind of geopolitical aspirations? Is this part of the greater Israel project? Is this a goal for plunder? Is this a goal for territorial expansion? What should we be thinking about here?
There's a huge world that we should pay attention to, and we should look at the connections. The viewpoint, in my view, should not exclude the connection between Israel and the United States in almost engineering so much of what has happened in the past 25 years. When you look into the Syrian situation today, you see things that you cannot deny. But if you do not zoom out historically and analytically, you will not see the pattern of the destruction of every single state that has, in one way or another, opposed U.S. foreign policy in the region or Israel's hegemony or domination and expansion in the region, from Yemen to Somalia to Sudan to Libya to Syria to Iraq and Lebanon in various ways. It is uncanny how this is I don't want to say orchestrated, but orchestrated is definitely part of the game, to remove any obstacles to almost complete domination of the U.S. in the region.